Irreverent, entertaining, cool. You're listening to LA Talk Radio.
You're listening to Question Reality with Priscilla Leona, right here on LA Talk Radio.
Hi, welcome to Question Reality. I'm Priscilla Leona. Both of my guests, I think I just blew their eardrums out while I was doing my intro.
Yeah.
I just saw them both jump in their seat. I couldn't even continue. Okay, so I'm Priscilla Leona. I'm producer and host of the show, and we're coming to you live from Los Angeles, California. For 9 years, we have been ranked the #1 entertainment career internet radio show worldwide. Yeah, thank you. Yes. And this show is for you if you are questioning your career reality by dreaming or currently pursuing a career in the entertainment industry. Our guest on the show will help you by providing tips, advice, and resource information on how and what it takes to successfully pursue a career in a wide variety of business jobs, which include in front of and also behind the camera and theatrical stage. Now, guests on this show include Emmy winners, Grammy winners, Tony Award winners, reality TV stars, producers, directors, casting directors, talent managers, agents, screenwriters, actors. I feel like I'm ready to rap. Voiceover actors, singers, songwriters, comedians, novelists, script supervisor, stunt people, special effects, entertainment, lawyers. That's it. That's all you get. And the list goes on and on. Now, what's special about this show is that all of our guests have been selected because they are different stages of their careers. Obviously, from celebrity there goes the wild turkey kicking, and celebrity status to professional, and then once in a while we throw in the novice or the beginner. So that means that we will definitely have someone on this show who will be able to answer all of your show business career questions. Now, if you missed any of our shows, which I have no idea why you would miss any of my shows, I would think you would do a marathon of listening. 9 years is nothing for you. I'm expecting this of my audience, but if you missed them and you need advice about a specific entertainment career, go to our archive page on the latalkradio.com website and search for our show title, Question Reality, or by my name, Priscilla Leona, and you can listen or download any interview 24 hours a day. Now, all of the Question Reality shows are also available for free on iTunes, Google Play, and Stitcher.com under the podcast section. And very exciting! Make sure you get our newly designed free mobile app. It's on the home page of the LA Talk Radio website. And it's located on the right-hand side down at the bottom. I get emails, where is it? I can't find it. Where is it? I was looking for it, but can't find it. Don't know what it is. It's on the right-hand side down the bottom. Okay, finally, if you want to be a guest or refer someone to be on the show to promote themselves, their products, or help listeners with sage career advice, we're currently booking for January 2018. You know, we're always booked 6 months to a year in advance. January is the date, and it's filling up fast. So go to our official website, which is different from LA Talk Radio. It is questionrealityradioshow.com. questionrealityradioshow.com, and click the contact link to submit for interview consideration. Yes, I am a minute ahead of schedule. Woo! So I had 5 o'clock to 5:05 for my show intro. I cut it down a minute. I can't believe it. Now, oh my gosh. Before I left the house, once I announced that these two guys, my guests today, were going to be on the show, we were up to like 213 emails. And I just couldn't go through all the questions. I tried to grab a couple, but hopefully your question will get through, but everyone was so excited. The first guest on the show is Joe Estevez. Yes! Oh my God, Joe Estevez! Now, Joe Estevez is the younger, I'm going to pump up that word, younger brother of the celebrity actor Martin Sheen, and he's also the uncle of Emilio Estevez and Charlie Sheen. Now, Mr. Estevez's latest film is a romantic comedy called, and I thought of the other guest, which is what led me to ask him to be the co-host, because he always says he's having a senior moment. And that is exactly the name of Joe's latest film, romantic comedy called Senior Moment. And it stars film and television legends and icons William Shatner and Christopher Lloyd. Yes! Holy moly macaroni! That is great! Woohoo! And our co-host is the sexy, sultry chocolate dream with sprinkles on top. The one, the only, Mr. Ernest Thomas! Yes! Woo! Oh, Ernest is doing a pageant wave right now. I love it. If you don't know who Ernest is, well, you certainly should know who he is. He is a celebrity actor, writer, producer. Among his memorable film, I think your friend's out there roaming around. That's all right, I talk. I don't care. I'm in the middle of intro and I just tell you, somebody's out in the hallway. Come on in. So Ernest is a celebrity actor, producer, writer, and among his memorable film, television, and stage credits, Ernest is probably best known as Raj, the star of the 1970 sitcom What's Happening, and recently for his role as Mr. Omar. Tragic. I love it. I mean, you know, a character always says a line in history you just never forget, like, what's happening? Or, hey, right? With you, no one will ever forget tragic. Right. Tragic. And, now where the hell was I? Okay, so, yeah, tragic. Yeah, on the sitcom Everybody Hates Chris, he played Mr. Omar. You know, he was that creepy guy up on the third floor who was always up in your business, right? Now, his latest book is entitled now this is so creative. Wait till you hear this. Because he used to play Raj on What's Happening. His character's name was Raj. So how clever is this book title? It's called From Raj to Riches, Overcoming Life Through Faith. And it's a motivational autobiography about how to overcome business and life through faith. And it's on sale now wherever books are sold, including Amazon. Wherever there's a damn book, which there aren't few places that have books anymore, but wherever they're sold, Ernest is sitting on the shelf. And he's sitting somewhere in a warehouse in the Amazon, in the jungle of Amazon.com. So for more details, go to his website, From Raj to Riches, the book.com. Yes! Wow! Yes! Oh my gosh. Now, Joe Estevez, our guest, he was referred to me by one of my favorite people in show business. Her name is Pamela Bryce Capetta. She is a bi-coastal talent manager at CSP Management Citizen Skull. So, thank you if you're listening, Miss Pamela. Oh my gosh. Now, before we talk to these little hotties up in here, and I'm ready to feel Ernest's leg up under the table, his knee is just calling for me. It's just calling for me. I wanted to remind you to check out and submit your film projects to a new online film festival called NSAEN.com. It stands for No Strings Attached Entertainment News.com. And it was created by the gorgeous and multi-talented Beatrice Davis. She's president and founder of Sassy Bee Worldwide Productions. And I think that they are accepting film submissions until October the 1st. And the submission price, which I love, is it's not that expensive. I think it's only like $25. Some of these film festival entry fees are crazy. They're outrageous. It is ridiculous. They're charging like $85 per submission. Just insane. So this film festival, they really need your help to get the word out since this is their first year. Now, they realize that there's many other festivals out there, but what I loved about this festival is that they are, here's what it is, okay, they're making a difference because every submission fee, they are going to be giving back to the veterans by donating $1 from every entry fee and 5% of their sponsorship to Cheers to the Warrior Foundation. So that's very, very important. Yeah. Also, what's great, not many festivals do this. The winner is going to receive a distribution deal with Shami Media Group. So get on that website and submit your film because it's a win-win for everyone. Again, nsaen.com and sassybeeworldwide.com. Albert, Anita, yes. Oh my God, he has 3 jobs. He has picture-taking videos and my applause button. And he falls asleep. He's like, oh, I wish I was watching Star Trek. Oh, don't give me a gong. I didn't ask for a gong. What's wrong with you?
That's for coming in late.
Damn gong. All right. My God. Oh, I'm running early again. Now, just to recap and add, Joe Estevez, he has been an actor for over 40 years in stage and film and voiceovers. Now, his latest film, again, is the upcoming romantic comedy Senior Moments, starring film and television legend and icons, for those of you who are just tuning in, William Shatner and Christopher Lloyd. Joe's first movie, which I just can't believe it because it's one of my mother's favorite movies of all time. It was called Lucky Lady, and it starred Gene Hackman, Burt Reynolds, and Liza Minnelli. And overall, Joe has worked in over 275 projects, and currently he's starring in a TV series called Decker, whose character is the President of the United States. Woo, that's a job for you. You're impeached. You're out of here. The show airs on the Adult Swim Network every Sunday till mid-September, and so you want to check that out. Now, for the last 4 years, Joe has also been the host of a TV show called All Things Catholic, and that airs on, I hope I pronounced that right, DeSales Media Network out of Brooklyn, New York, but it's aired nationally, and you want to check that out. So seniormomentmovie.com, and then you can look Joe up on IMDb with his, you'll be scrolling and scrolling and scrolling because the credits just never end. So let's talk to Joe first. Let's talk about one, you being the younger brother of Martin Sheen, the uncle of Emilio Estevez and Charlie Sheen. Now, wow, that is nothing to yawn about for sure. So just what a little group of talented actors. I just can't believe somebody comes from a big family like that that has nothing but actors. We're having John Barrymore on in October. Do you know John?
I do know John.
Yes, he's coming on, and Ernest, hopefully he can co-host that too. But Ernest thought that John was going to be here today. I'm like, nope, it's Joe Estevez. He's from a legendary acting family.
That's right.
So, as I said, we had a ton of emails with a lot of questions, and most people want to know about your relationship. So, with Martin Sheen, Emilio Estevez, and Charlie Sheen. So, basically, can you please tell us about some? I only live in the land of positive. Mm-hmm. No darkness, no bad gossip. So, some positive, upbeat, funny, amusing, and memorable moments about those 3 people in your life, your 3 relatives.
Well, they're 3 terrific guys, and he's got 2 other children, Renee and Ramon, that are also actors and do very well. But my brother Martin, whose real name is Ramon Estevez, he was my inspiration to become a professional actor. He had such class about him, and he has such a aura, such a charisma, and he's such a good and honest man. Mm-hmm. And he's always, even when he was a kid, 10 years old, he always spoke truth to power, and I admired that about him, and I wanted to be like him, and he chose acting as a career very young. I think he was 18 when he went off to New York, and I did not commit to be a professional actor till I was 27 when I came out here, and he got me an audition on a TV movie called Pretty Boy Floyd, and I got the job. And the rest, they say, is history. That's
So you're a natural talent. You didn't even need acting classes.
Well, no. I did 6 years like you. I did 6 years of community theater. I'd work at the factory during the day, and I'd do theater at night. So no, I knew that this is what I needed to do in my life. If I wasn't going to be a total bum and alcoholic and end up in the factory,
That's right.
But,
because when you say factory, that's because you grew up in Ohio, which was a factory town, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
So there were only a couple ways out.
Yeah, yes, exactly, yeah. And one
there
of
was
the
no
ways
damn
was,
cheese and corn living in the Midwest, even though it was the Midwest. Ohio's not known for cheese and corn.
No,
so
it's not.
Get in the dairy business. Factories,
the big factory there was NCR, which they called Mother Cash. You went in, and 40 years later, you came out with a pension and
a gold watch.
There you go.
Wow.
Yeah.
So when you decided that you wanted to be an actor, what was Martin Sheen doing at the time? Was he already off in LA or wherever he was doing? What were you seeing him that really inspired you to become an actor?
He had great success with a Broadway play called The Subject Was Roses, and he did 2 years on Broadway, and then he toured with that. And his agent had convinced him to come out into Los Angeles because TV was switching then from its center being New York City to Los Angeles, for serious drama and such. So he came with that, and he's been working ever since.
So Martin wanted to be an actor. He knew Martin Sheen's did he pick the name Martin Sheen, which I didn't even know? That was like, where did Sheen come from? I mean, everybody else in the family is Estevez. Because back then a lot of people used to change. It was very common. I mean, John Wayne's real name is Marion, so I could see why he would change his first name. I mean, come on now, Marion, I understand your pain. But that's what act stars used to do back then. Or even before they became stars, they would change their name to something.
But I think the Duke could handle Marion.
He could handle it.
That's right.
He could handle it. But why Martin Sheen? Did he ever tell you?
Well, the story changes every week. But the latest is when we were coming up, there was a bishop by the name of Bishop Fulton J. Sheen who had a show on every Sunday. It was incredibly dramatic, the robes and the lighting, and and he was very impressed with him and Strother Martin. He loved Strother Martin, and he thought, Estevez, we look so white bread, and so he thought, well, he'd go with a white bread name, but I think he almost immediately regretted it. I think he and it did, my father, Francisco Estevez, that I think that it hurt him a bit, but but I totally understand. I totally understand. It's a different time.
It's a different time now. Well, what did Martin think of when you said, I want to become... So you still call him by his name, or do you call him Martin? You still call him Ramon. Yeah. So you said, hey, Ramon, I'm going into the acting world. Hook me up, brother. So, or was it like you just went out there and did it on your own, and he's like, good job, little brother, good job.
I think he said, oh, my God. But he did give me my audition for the first film that I did, but... our careers have been totally separate, So, which is, I know a lot of actors that are younger, older brothers of stars and doing very well, So that's good, and I can't really expect anything from him. I think, that he gave me that inner fortitude to.
That's right.
To aspire to this. And
are you guys still close, the family? Or?
We're close, yeah. There was 10 of us, and now we're down to 4. So. But
I know we're dropping off like flies.
Yeah,
I know it. Every time I turn around, there's somebody's dying. I got to order flowers. I'm like, oh my gosh, I better get mine reserved.
How do we stop that?
I mean, how the hell?
Yeah.
So let's talk about. Oh my gosh! So my favorite movie of all time, The Breakfast Club.
Okay.
What happened with Emilio? It was like, oh my God, overnight, no one knew who he was.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, The Breakfast Club came out, and Emilio Estevez he blew up.
Yeah.
What was that like for him? You were there during the time.
Well, because he had been auditioning all the time, and
Right.
getting little roles here and there and doing some stage up at Pepperdine University. And, he was originally cast in Platoon. But by the time that, the money was ready to go, et cetera, he was too old.
Okay.
So the part was offered to Charlie, and it made Charlie a star.
Wow.
Isn't that something?
Yeah. But, and those fellas, I mean, they've worked together a couple of times, but their career is pretty much, going off in different directions,
But so was Emilio palled? I can't remember. Like, I did a lot of cocktails back then, so I can't remember reading my teen beat whether or not Emilio was like palled up and people were scratching to get claw. Was it like that for him? I think it probably was.
Oh my
right?
God, it was. He was an idol.
Yeah.
I was doing a show in Idaho, Salt Lake City, and they took my name off the door, and my dressing room. And I said, "Oh, why did they do that?" And I said, "Well, the crowds, they just kept crowding in." So my head got about until I realized they thought it was Emilio Estevez. So that put me in my place a little bit,
That was a great movie.
Yeah.
Now, you have written a book called Wiping Off the Sheen, and it's published by Bear Manor Media.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about the book, and what was your inspiration for writing the book?
It's just a very long interview with me, and it's my feelings about Hollywood and how you keep your sanity, how you keep your spirituality, and how you can live your life as a fairly normal human being while still being a professional actor.
And what exactly did you want people who've not read it, what did you want people to know the most about the book? Like, if there was one message you wanted to get across, other than what you just said.
To realize, I think, who we really are as human beings, as people, and how incredibly marvelous and beautiful and special that each and every one of us is. And I think that was my intent. And I think that as actors, I think sometimes have we're rejected so much.
Yeah.
That I think that rejection can play on you a little bit. And I think it's pretty up, but it's also, I don't pull any punches. It's a story of my life. I stopped drinking about 35 years ago, but I was a stone alcoholic.
You were hitting the sauce hot and heavy.
Man, I tell you. Yeah. But to find the honesty in yourself and in your life is it's a beautiful thing.
Wow. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, where can we buy the book?
What is it? You got it in front of you? I'm sorry.
Okay, here, take a look at it. I got me a free book, a signed book, and everything.
Wow.
Well, I would imagine it's on Amazon.
It is.
Probably wherever the books are sold. So why don't they just Wiping Off the Sheen?
And it's Bear Manor Media.
Did Martin and Charlie get a little upset with that Wiping Off the Sheen thing? That's a very clever title, but I would think that would be a little like, hey, hey.
I was wondering that too.
What's up with that?
I have not heard from them.
Oh my God! Ever since you wrote the book, you're cut out.
But
right?
I tell you, the first thing I did before I sent my brother the first copy.
Oh, okay.
And so,
do you mention them in there?
Oh, yeah.
Woo!
Yeah.
So we're gonna get some dirt.
Well,
hey now. Hey, we got got to go get this book.
Yeah.
Wipe it off the sheet.
Yeah.
Written by Brad Paulson and Chris Watson.
But
wow.
But I do admire the guy very much. I mean, he's got a
which
great,
one? The guy you're talking about, Martin or
Martin? Yeah, he's got incredible courage.
Yeah, well, I hope so. He's your brother.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about the exciting. God, every time I hear this senior moments, there is no one I think of other than Ernest, because Ernest says this all the time. Don't you, Ernest?
All the time.
Oh my God!
I had one while we were on the show.
Oh, let me get.
I had one.
A little closer.
I had one a few minutes ago.
A little closer. We want to hear your.
Yeah, I had one a few minutes. Can I ask? I did. I had a senior moment. I went, okay, I have some questions. Did she say chime in anytime, or should I wait?
Did. You
I didn't know
anytime.
Because
but I go nonstop.
I know, and I want to. And it's your shit.
It's your right to party.
You gotta fight. All right, you're right to be heard.
That's
okay.
right.
All
That's
right.
what Albert said. I was like, well, I might have one question for Joe. I'm like, jump in there. You go ahead.
I just wanted to ask because I read how important being a father is, and his Catholic faith, and I just recently my friend of 50 years who just happens to be white, but he was agnostic and he became Catholic.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, and he is so he cries about that, and so I just want the importance of your Catholic
or agnostic.
The importance. No, the fact that he has found Christ. He's found salvation. He, all those years. He's 50 something. 60.
So he was always agnostic.
Yeah. So he was always wondering, and but he is all in the Catholic faith and how it changed. And so I just wanted to ask. I know we talked about with jobs and all that, but the importance, the real deal is how important was your faith in shaping you, and also you being a father in shaping you.
Yeah, thank you for that question. It came down in my life today.
Yeah, you wouldn't be getting that from me because I'm an atheist, so we don't do those questions. But you go ahead and do your thing.
Yeah, I got to tell you, even though you don't believe in God, God still believes in you.
That's
He loves you.
So because I'm reserving the right to change my mind.
Okay.
Halfway through the process, when I see the pearly gates coming at me, I'm like, I switched. I'm for the other team. I was drunk all those years. Okay.
And I think it's the bottom line that, drunk, marriage gone, life gone, that God loves me.
Yeah.
I'm loved. As broken as I am, I'm totally 100% unconditionally loved.
Yes.
And there's nothing I have to do to earn that or it's mine. It's our gift to humanity, Yeah. And thank you so much for mentioning all things Catholic. I've hosted this show for 4 years now, and just surrounding myself with great people in this city, and I shoot it here.
Is that what you do? You go around and interview
everything
that's Catholic, like churches?
So we cover marches. We go to, like Father Boyle downtown, with the homeboys, with the Meals on Wheels, and just these people are such an incredible inspiration, and I've just learned that the sweetest, most beautiful thing that you can do in life is give of yourself.
Absolutely.
And in that giving, you receive so much beauty and so much love, and so that's if there's a secret to life, it's to give.
And your children being that unconditional love, what did they teach you in being a father? And why do you love being a father so much?
The same token, because of that reciprocal love between the children, between it's 3 daughters, and all of them are married now. All of them are doing very well. All of them have their own careers, Wow. But I see them every week. Have lunches with them, and it's so much a part and parcel of who I am. These children, I went through a pretty rough divorce, but they stuck with me. And they, and I stuck with them.
Yes.
I made it a point to spend as much time as I could with them, and now in this time of my life, it's really paying off.
That's awesome, man. Yeah.
It's a great gift. Children, great
Wow.
gift. Yeah.
I don't know about that. Albert and I are like, keep those little bitches away from me. Get them away. Nobody's sucking on my teeth. Come on now. Oh, my Lord. I can't be doing that. Okay, so let's talk about your latest film, Senior Moments, which is currently in post-production and is slated to be released early next year. Yeah. And I love the IMDb log line. I don't know if you checked it out.
I have not. What is it?
It says, I love this. Okay. Oh, where the hell is it? I can't see. Oh, all right. Hold on a minute. Oh, my God. Did I cut it out? It was so great. Hold on.
Make something up.
It's something about...
You're having a senior moment. Senior moment. Yeah.
Oh, I'm having a senior moment.
Yeah,
Oh, my God.
A little early for you.
Oh, here it is. The DMV just messed with the wrong SOB.
Yeah.
I love
William
it.
Shatner. He can say that and get away with it, right?
Yes, he can.
So from what I understand, I read that William Shatner plays a retired top Navy pilot who used to test aircrafts for NASA. Yeah. And then after speeding around town in his vintage convertible with a hot rod with his best friend, who's played by Christopher Lloyd, he gets caught. And now this is a great storyline. He gets caught in a major crackdown to get dangerous senior drivers off the road, resulting, I know, it is, Ernest and I are looking at each other, to get dangerous senior drivers off the road, resulting in his car being impounded and his license revoked. Now, just reading that, I mean, that has like some serious comedic timing and skill that's needed for that. And I couldn't think of two better people to play that for real. That sounds great.
Yes.
So I know that this film is going to be a huge box office success with William Shatner and Christopher Lloyd.
Yes.
Now, booking a role on a film working with William Shatner and Christopher Lloyd, it is an absolute dream for most actors. What was your thought process when you first found out that you booked the job on this movie?
Really?
Yeah.
What was it? How much am I getting paid? How many weeks are I now? I'm sorry.
The sci-fi king. I guess you don't think.
No, I tell you, because I never worked with Mr. Bill, but he's just a gentleman, just a sweetheart.
What was it like on the set? Do you have a scene with him?
I got about 4 or 5 scenes with him.
Oh my God! Tell me. See, I'm an atheist, and I'm going, oh my God, forgive me. Okay, so tell me, what is this? You play Danny. Your character is Danny. Who is your character in the movie?
It was like there was 4 old boys. I'm one of them. Christopher Lloyd is one, and
William, and then
Bill,
who's the fourth one?
I don't know.
All right. Somebody look it up on IMDb.
But so we kind of hang out, and it's fun. I mean, Bill is very much a human being, and he's very caring. He's very involved in different charities and making the world a better place for.
Yes.
He's involved with horses too.
Yeah, loves horses. Yeah.
But he's a good man. He's got a good heart.
I heard he's very professional on the
set.
Boy,
I
heard
he
is a
will.
stickler.
Yeah.
Even back when he was on Star Trek, I had people who said that they worked behind the scenes, and they said, "My God, he was there hours before call time, and you better get every single word right because he's very professional."
Yeah.
I would imagine, has he loosened up, or is he still?
No.
Well,
he's tough.
Good.
He's tough. But he dresses you down very professionally.
That's nice.
I just finished a movie called Kayla, and the sound man came over from Senior Moment to Kayla too, and Bill gave him a dressing down, but he was so kind about it. If he hadn't done it in front of everybody, maybe. But he's a good guy.
He had a senior moment. He didn't know there were other people around,
but,
right?
I've heard directors say, it's not a school. This is a professional set. So you come on this set, you got to know what you're doing.
A friend of mine actually cast him. Who was our friend who cast him in a movie?
In that Star Trek.
Yeah, it was like a star. Oh my God! But he said he was so professional. He was supposed to play sort of like a guy who was into rap or something. I cannot remember the name of the movie. He's gonna kill me. But anyway, he's working on a Star Trek thing. But he said that William Shatner pulled up in his convertible. He had on a tracksuit from the 70s, gold chains, and he was listening to hardcore rap.
Wow.
Like, he really got into the role. He prepares for his scenes. Really. So, that's it. Now, what about Christopher Lloyd? Did you have a scene with... Oh, obviously you had a scene with him.
We have...
oh, my God. Legend. This is... I'm like, oh, my God. This is Doc from Back to the Future. This is... I can't remember his character's name from Taxi, but... Him. Not Locke. I can't remember his name. But my God, he's a legend. He has created and been part of so many sitcoms. And yet I heard from friends in the business that he's very humble, very down to earth, very kind. Tell me about your experience with him.
And very quiet. He doesn't start any conversations. He's very kind to you, but I think he appreciates his privacy and in between the scenes, and sometimes in the shots he'll go to his dressing room and hang out.
Right.
But he wrapped about 3 days before I did, and they gave me his dressing room.
Oh
my gosh! I said, I don't need to go back to the hotel. I'll just stay here. This is okay. It's okay.
Nice.
Oh man, that was luxury.
Yes, it was.
Gosh,
it was.
Now, what? I bet that was a blast overall. Did you guys
get to
do bonding after, like go eat and have like conversations?
Yeah, it was a long.
Or it was just around the craft services table.
Well,
you're only getting William Shatner and Christopher Lloyd at the craft services table.
Well, actually, they have their craft services brought to
that
our table.
Is so true. Oh my God! I got cast for a role in Dodgeball with Ben Stiller and his wife Christine Taylor, and I was only a small little role. I played a naughty nurse, and as you know in the film, in the scene where Ben Stiller is behind the computer and he's doing what men do with Vaseline and pizza. But I was in the scene and I had a small role. So when I went to eat, and I have a love of the fork and spoon. So as soon as I smelled that food, I was heading to that craft service. I'm in the line and I'm getting my stuff. And then I see this tall man next to me, and it's Vince Vaughn. And he's like, oh, are you going to try the beets? And I'm like, oh, no, I don't like beets. And then he's like, no, you should try the beets. I'm like, no, really, I don't like the beets. And he's like, well, I'm going to try. And I didn't even realize who he was at first.
Okay.
And then the assistant director comes and says, you're not supposed to be in this line. You're supposed to. And then I had to eat a damn hot dog and some chips. They were not pulling me right out of that craft service. I was in the line, and Ben Stiller, I didn't even know. Just for people who are getting into the business and you don't know, please do not try to dwell in the land of the A-list actors craft services. They will embarrass you. They'll give you a shouting down. They'll William Shatner you right in front of everyone.
Well, let me say this though first. One of the first pieces of information that my brother gave me about sets, he said that, hey, there are no small parts.
That's right.
There are only small paychecks.
I like that. I thought you were going to say actors. You totally set me up. Wow.
That's a good one. I never heard that.
Yes,
I never heard that.
You're paying me this? Excellent. Where do I stand?
Wow. Oh, my gosh. Yeah. Well, I can't wait. You're going to go to the premiere screening for Senior Moments.
I assume I am. If I get
they shot it in Palm Springs, but they're not going to have it there. They're going to have it here in L.A. Right?
There are an incredible amount of retired actors.
Yes, in Palm Springs.
And so a lot of them they brought into the film to do a day part here.
That's good.
I don't know the names offhand, but
if you're allowed to invite anyone,
some big names of yesteryear.
Yeah.
You're first. You're first. Me and you. You and I.
Me and you are going.
Okay.
We're going.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Now the film stars two of my other favorite actors, S.A. Morales, who I believe is running for SAG-AFTRA president now. It's out with Cartieres and with him, and Jean Smart from Designing Women.
Love
24.
Her.
Oh my
Love
God.
her.
No one has comedic timing like Jean Smart.
And dramatic. She's a great dramatic actress as well.
She was on 24. She's phenomenal. Now you have been a professionally working actor in the entertainment industry for over 40 years. You've done everything. So my question is, what's your favorite genre and why? film, television, stage?
Yeah, I think film, because you got a real chance to tell a complete story, and you get a lot more coverage in film than you do in TV. So I think that it's all things considered, it's a better.
Now, you played a lot of roles. What's your favorite type of character to play? Cop. I think I heard you played a sadistic masochist one time.
Yeah, not a masochist, bad guy. Yeah. But
that's your dream role. That's what's coming up. No, you're Christian. Oh Lord.
Yeah, no.
Oh, I'm gonna get struck. I'm gonna get struck right now.
I got a movie coming out soon. It's called High on the Hog, and I play Agent Dick. Enough said.
Oh my.
But I'm incredibly proud of this character. He's very funny and he's very dark.
Yeah.
And
is that what you like? Dark characters?
I don't know why, but I tend. Bogart is my favorite actor.
Yeah.
I mean, I love that. I love film noir. John Nixon, The Lights and the Shadows.
Double Indemnity is my
favorite
my
film. Yeah. But to play in that world, to live in that world as an actor.
Boy, I love that. What about you, Ernest? You've been, opposite Denzel Washington. I mean, you've been opposite so many stars in film, yet your reign, you are king of television. But yet you just did Chocolate City 2, where no one could touch you. That role, oh my God! So what? I mean, and then you do stage, and you're so good in every single thing. What's your favorite and why?
I used to say one time, and it sounds so arrogant, but that I would only do theater because that was only real art, right?
Yes.
And I never will do TV or film. I swear. And but hey, well, that changed, but. But so it's just that thing of being naked without a net on stage and that immediate gratification.
That's right.
And I'm so glad with all the nerves and all that. But man,
the clapping.
Oh my God! Yes, that applause.
Standing up.
Oh baby! Oh
There's
yeah.
more continuity on theater. Right?
Yes, I love that.
The energy of the audience.
Yes, I love that.
You get immediate gratification.
Yeah.
Film, it's always cut.
If only they paid more. It's just they don't pay.
But again, I think you have to love it because my mother. If you ask my mother and all of my friends who are grade school, junior high, they are like amazed that I am really talking at all because I was such an introvert.
Wow.
But when you fall in love, right? When you fall in love, and I was a church boy. I was Pentecostal, very strict, Church of God in Christ. So you couldn't do anything, go to movies, watch TV.
Wow.
So they're shocked. They're still shocked when I see them. They're still saying, "I can't believe you never talked to. You were just church, and tunnel vision." And I would tell people, like one guy, Robert Riley, so gifted. He could sing, he could dance, and he was fat. Riley. He's in New York. He does a lot of the stage stuff, and he's a heavyset guy. But he could move.
Oh yeah,
he could move and all that.
Like
he could
Chris
sing.
Farley.
Yeah, he could do all that. And I would tell him, I could never do that. But here I am.
There you are.
Yeah.
There had to be one project that you did where you loved the character, you loved everything about it, and you still remember it from this day. Your most memorable role.
Okay.
He's having a senior moment. Think about
I got it.
Moving on.
Now it was called Whatever Happened to Black Love. I played a lawyer, and it was the black family was on trial. Marriage was on trial. So I defended all the black women.
Okay.
And Bernadette Standish from Good Times defended the black women. So that lawyer, he's a Southern old guy, but he just believed in what he was like because he had a good mother. He was just defending all women and that was something I felt personally joy in doing because I do feel that women are sort of the niggers of the world because if it could be an Arab or Jew or KKK or black militant, in every part of the world, the woman still is second-class citizen. And to me, the trouble we've gotten into have been man-made. From the beginning of time, men measuring their penises, always to measuring how much the missiles are. But if women, I just said, I need 8 years where a woman could just take over. If men could just sit down and have that mothering effect, that godly mothering effect. Because right now we're at the brink of war. You're so intelligent, you're so powerful, we could kill each other and destroy the world. That's why I love that role.
I thought you were going to say it was that recent role you did. Was it Dino Shark or what was it? Now, see, come on now. I'm a Sharknado. I am obsessed with Sharknado. You just recently did like
Mega Shark versus Colossus.
Mega Shark.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see
that. Fire!
Was that your line, fire?
Yeah, I'm telling you, send the missiles.
He was just in Mega Shark, and I don't know what you were.
And a lot of stuff I didn't understand, the technical military terms, but I did it, and it got a lot of hits.
Oh, it's already come out.
And the trailer itself was huge.
Those. I'm telling you, those films.
I didn't realize
they just did Sharknado 5.
Oh my God.
I mean, those they have become a cult phenomenon now.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched Sharknado originally. I couldn't get past 5 minutes of it. The continuity issues. I mean, there were so many things. There was color correction, sound mixing issues. I mean, my God, the houses would fill up with water. And there was no water outside. Surely you saw Sharknado. There were sharks climbing up the damn stairs. And they'd go, boom. And they'd like hunt your ass down, and you're up in the closet on the 3rd floor. And somehow they would claw their asses.
It's hilarious.
Climb up.
I know. I don't, but it's huge.
Amazing.
It's huge.
It's
a phenomenon.
Yeah. So,
Ernest.
Mega Shark, you're going to become like huge.
Let me ask you, Ernest, with I'm sure you work with female directors.
Yeah.
And is it a different atmosphere on a set and everything? It just brings, it's a different world, isn't it?
Absolutely different world.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I found as an actor, they listen to you.
Oh my God, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Yes, it's not this ego where you cannot get through at all, and my way or the highway. They really, there's a big difference.
Yeah. I always enjoyed working with a lady director.
Oh, my Lord.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And what was your favorite show that you worked on with a female director? Who was it? Do you remember?
Walking with Grace, and God forgive me, I can't think of her name, but I just finished that after Senior Moment in Ohio.
I have a friend named Mary Lou Belli who is a female director. She did Martin, Sister, Eve.
Yeah,
I mean, she's done NCIS New Orleans. She's done a lot of episodes.
Nema Barnett, she's also excellent. That was the first one. Yeah.
And people say
awesome.
they love to be directed by Mary Lou Belli. So I think female directors got it going on.
Yeah.
I
Well, like Ernest was saying, give me control of it.
Yes.
They changed the world.
They need a chance.
They need a chance.
The men they messed it up.
Give women a chance. Real quick, I heard that you have 3 fan clubs on Facebook. I joined one of them I could post. He's got 3 fan clubs.
Joe.
Yeah, well, I got 3.
I want a fan club.
I got 3 daughters, so.
But I joined one of them so that I could post that you were coming on
the show.
Oh my
God, thank you.
What does it feel like to have a fan club? You got fan clubs too.
Back in the day, they did one. People were doing on their own.
Okay.
And now with the internet, the social media, they got the sites.
Right.
They got a Raj guy, and they start their own.
What are you doing to satisfy your fan club members? Are you not having parties at your house and inviting all the fans over, Joe?
I think they're talking. They think they're talking to Emilio.
No!
Check the first name, please, on that fan base.
With this, right? No.
But you get to Ernest is not.
Well, let's do a shout out to all your fans. Say thank you, all you fans.
God bless you, and thank you so much, and thank you for. Hey, tonight is my last night, last show for Decker.
Yeah.
Tonight.
Yeah.
On,
What time?
Adult Swim. It comes on at midnight.
Okay.
But it's very so. If you watch that, thank you, and all you guys with Decker. It's
Thank you for being
terrific
Joe
experience.
Estevez's fan. Maybe you'll start one for me. Priscilla Leona, question. I need a fan
I'm a
club.
fan of yours.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Start a club. We'll merge them because it'll be like 5 or 6 people. We'll have a party. We'll start a club for
terrific.
Ernest, and then that's it. It'll be, you have to lock the doors. Oh my God. Real quick, Ernest.
Yes.
Real quick. Your latest book is
Yes.
entitled
From Rods to Riches, Overcoming Life Through Faith.
It's a motor. Let's clap on that one. Woo! See, atheists are friendly people. We accept our Christian friends. It's a motivational autobiography about how to overcome show business and life through faith. It sounds like the two of you have so much in common.
That's why I
with this
love
faith
him.
thing.
That's what I love.
Well,
I
did
love
you
Joe.
bring a book for Joe?
I didn't,
Oh,
but I got
boy.
it. But I want to keep in touch
That's why
with
they're
him.
on sale because
Yeah.
I'll buy one.
I want yours.
See
I want
that?
yours. But
Yeah.
just as a person, I liked him instantly.
Yes.
You can feel his spirit.
I know.
And so
when I saw him in the
seriously.
garage,
Yeah.
I tried to feel him up as much as possible
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
because
I thought I was feeling you up.
sexual. I was talking about because your energy was so good. I was like, oh, yum.
You gotta love this lady. Gotta love her.
Right? But no,
So, yeah.
people have,
Yes.
Yeah, you
So,
Christians
it's
got
so-
some good
it's-
damn energy
it's-
going on.
And it's a testimony
We're
of faith.
vacuous of any kind of energy
But-
or healing or love.
But I have friends who are atheists. We just don't argue about that.
Oh.
This is something I've known since the beginning, since I've been on. So I don't need to argue about
Right.
it. This is something I know for
Do you
sure.
talk about that in your book?
Yeah, I
Dealing with
said
that.
I'm not trying to convince anybody.
Right.
This is something I know. So
Yeah.
I let you do your
That's
thing, I
right.
do my thing. And all I know that is all my life without that father, being on welfare, being an asthmatic, being in and out of the hospital, I called on my father. The only father I knew was
Yeah,
God.
right.
So it's too late for someone trying to. I don't like no jokes about it because I'm not going to joke about people being atheists.
Right.
I just want to be true to myself, and that's why
right.
this book is for those who want to hear about the supernatural.
That's right.
Because that's what it is for me. And if this is a skinny black kid who achieved all this, you know? And so I had to believe anything was possible. Oh, because I'm black, I can't do this. Oh, because I'm on welfare, I can't do this. I believe because of the supernatural power of Jesus Christ, I could do anything.
That's right.
Because you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. So that's what it is. That's what it is. And of course, it has all the drugs. I was on drugs too. A long time. I've been sober 28 years. So when he was talking about that, so all that.
I gotta become an alcoholic and drug addict because the two of you have become so successful. I have no success because I don't drink or do drugs. I'm going to get some wild turkey and I'm going to drink with it. My mother says I'm a disgrace to the Irish people because I cannot get drunk. I try. I get sick, a headache, and then I want to sub.
A failure.
I want to go to Subway.
A failure as a drunk.
I'm
Oh my
a
God.
failure as a
With
drunk.
drunk is
Ernest, real quick, we are having a book
Oh,
signing
my God,
Saturday,
yes.
September the 9th,
Writers
from
Guild
12
Theater.
to 3 at the famous Writer Guild Theater. It's 135 South Doheny Drive in Beverly Hills.
And
It's
Lunell
free.
and free. And
It's
Lunell
free.
is doing the Q&A.
I don't know who
The
Lunell is.
comedian Borat. Yes.
Borat.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
Yes.
I met
Yeah,
Kate
Lunell.
Davidian
Yeah,
and
Lunell.
who played opposite Borat.
Yeah,
and
Lunell.
He's going to be
Yeah.
on my radio
Yeah,
show.
yeah,
Ooh.
yeah. One of the funniest women in
So
the
it's
world.
a free event, and that's not Sacha Baron Cohen. That's Borat, right?
Yeah, but she was the
Oh,
only
she was
the
in the-
female.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm like,
yeah.
wait a
You
minute.
couldn't miss her because she was the only
I haven't
female
seen her moment.
and black female in
Okay.
there. You
All
couldn't.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. I
She's
haven't
huge.
seen it in
She's
a long
huge. Oh
time.
yeah. She's huge. She's
I
one of the
got her
funniest.
beat though.
Okay,
All right, I'll give it a. Okay, so again, it's a free event open to the public.
Yes.
And let me tell you, what a lifetime opportunity for the legions of fans of Ernest Thomas to finally get to meet you in person. So if you're listening to this
love people.
Saturday, September the 9th from 12 to 3, you have to be there. The
food.
Writers
There's gonna be
Guild.
some food too.
Yeah. Oh, food. I'll be there. Help me. Ooh, I'll
Little
be there
music,
3
little
hours
music.
before.
And some music.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have some of that.
I
Okay.
like that. Is there somebody performing? performing?
No, we're just gonna have a little music, just a little,
Bring a little salt and pepper action there. Now, really quick, what is the main message that you want to get across from the book? Obviously, you already said it, so let's pass that question. Okay, who would be most interested in the book?
Well, I think the people who are
Was it written for everyone?
Dreamers,
okay,
particularly for dreamers, and because I'm an actor, but we deal with intangibles, so I think it's even more difficult for an actor because if you got a 9 to 5. That's what that is. But when you're trying to empty pages and you're trying to create a story, and then the actor has to take those stories and make a character, and it's a million actors out there. Mm-hmm. So it's like having a dream, no matter what that dream is, and visually seeing that it's making that visual board. Like when I went to meet Muhammad Ali, I got photos of Muhammad Ali and I prayed on it. And I met him like that.
Wow. He was very good friends with Muhammad Ali. As a matter of fact, I think his daughter wrote a beautiful, is it called a testimonial?
Very cool.
Wow. A quote in his book.
Yeah, and Rob Zombie. I had Rob Zombie, Chris Rock, Terry Crews. Yeah. So I've been really,
oh my God.
Yeah.
Ernest is friends with everybody in Hollywood. We got to hang out with him more.
I tell you,
I'm
gonna follow you everywhere. Yeah. Oh wow!
And that's not on social media. We're gonna follow you.
Literally going to follow you.
Right, we're gonna follow you. We will take your shadow and be happy in it. We'll take the
well, anything is possible. That's right. Anything is possible if you just achieve. Again, tunnel vision. Make sure you keep positive people around.
So what did you get? Pictures of Muhammad Ali and stalk him? What did you do?
No, you have the photo. When you pray, you ask God, Lord, I want to meet Muhammad Ali to better.
I'm going to ask you a question. The man who has answers to everything. What if you're atheist and you want all these things? What do we do?
You want the good.
What do we do, Ernest Thomas?
I can tell you
Is that in your book?
I tell you. I had a kid that I was talking about God. And so this kid at the college, he says, I'm an atheist, so what would you tell me? I said, but you believe in good, don't you? You believe in doing good things, so you want good. So do that. The reason you want to achieve, you want to change the world to make it a better place.
Okay.
And so the universe, God will honor that because you're still coming. Okay. It's still it's still you coming from goodness stuff. Yes. You can't help it. And I know atheists who will put Christians to shame just in the charity they do. They're helping the elderly, they're feeding the poor. They're actively doing it. They're not just going to church. They're out there doing it. So I'm not putting them down by no means. But I would say that you believe in goodness. Right. So that's what. So if you're a dreamer like that, just do it for that purpose. Right. You want the world to be a better place because you were in it.
That's right.
So I got this gift, God. Let me express. Well, again, let me.
God's not hearing me.
Well, then you got to work on it.
Yeah.
Love yourself enough.
Okay.
Love yourself enough to make to get the skills and the technique and all that to make it out.
Because you're all on your own. You don't have the Lord. You got to do it all yourself. Because you don't have the help of the Lord if you're atheist. Okay, you might. You just don't know it. Are you?
He's tough.
You might. He might be working behind the scenes too in the shadows for the atheist. Now, really quick. I assume it's sold Amazon and wherever books are sold as well.
Right now, just Amazon and Amazon and Kindle, and on my website,
from RajToRichesTheBook.com,
done by Miss Priscilla Leona.
Miss Priscilla did it.
Excellent job.
I own a website design company for people.
Yes.
So if
you need a website,
call you Raj. If Raj can have me do a website about his book, then Joe can come to me and I'll do a website for his book. Yes.
From RajToRichesTheBook.com.
That's right. So, really quick, last thing I'm going to ask both of you, seriously, is if you had one piece of advice in 1 minute or less, one piece of advice to give to aspiring actors or people pursuing a career in the entertainment industry, what would it be? 1 minute.
1 minute. Wow. Okay. Okay. Well,
do you want to start with Joe? Joe, you think about it? All right, you go, Joe.
I would say to trust that passion that God put in your heart. God does not make mistakes. He put that passion in your heart for a reason. Trust it. The more you trust it, the more you act on it, the bigger that your dream your life, your love will become. So trust who you are. You're magnificent. Believe it.
I hear you. Now, Ernest?
He did. He said everything.
He took all your words.
Okay. 1 minute. Okay.
Yeah.
Putting God first. Again, walking by faith, not by sight. Over your feelings are traitors to the soul, so you're not going to feel like it many, many days. Never utter a word of negativity about the dream or what you're going to do. That's between you and God, and work as if this is your last day on earth, and then it will happen.
All right. Now, my advice is wake up and smell the bills. That comes from the atheist perspective. Wake up and smell the bills because they're coming in fast and furious. So if you don't get to be a star, your ass is going back home. You're going to be on welfare and food stamps. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but you won't be driving around in that little red Corvette, baby. You're much too fast. All right. Well, I want to thank everybody. Say goodbye to your fans.
Love you. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Joe, say goodbye to your fans.
Love you.
And you know I love you. So thank you for tuning in to Question Realities. We'll see you next week. And we're going to have John Barrymore, the son of grandson of Lionel Barrymore, and John Barrymore in October. Look it up on QuestionRealityRadioShow.com. Bye.
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 You're listening to Question Reality with Priscilla Leona, right here on LA Talk Radio.